A natural can only look lean and good, but be sucked in and flat. What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at Russo Lifts, just in case something happens to this YouTube channel. You can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there. What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm staying sipping at the beach. Give a thumbs up that I'm still on cam, grinding away. Some G0 because I stay on my grind. Anyways, today I'm going to be going into how you can tell if someone is natty or not from just a glance. Obviously, genetic outliers do exist. There are genetic super freaks that look enhanced that aren't. Life ain't fair. Outliers exist in everything, and Alec likes to call you the fuck you people, right? They do a little cycle of tests and they just like explode up, or they're natural and, you know, they have a genetic pedigree that gives them a lot of lean body mass. But most people, you can pick out if they're natty or not through these three key body parts. First body part is the delts. You have the biggest amount of androgen receptors built up in the delts, so the minute you go on synthetic androgens, your delts saturate and explode. That's number one. So if you see someone walking around that doesn't really have a developed physique, anything else besides delts and traps also have the biggest amount of androgen receptors built up, you can know that they probably are, you know, not natty in my opinion. So a quick glance at someone with an underdeveloped physique, as far as if they had overdeveloped shoulders and traps with everything else mediocre, you could say that, hey, you know, they might be on something for sure. The next thing is that a nice wide V taper and Christmas tree, I'll eventually throw up a picture of a Christmas tree, is almost impossible to get, in my opinion, at a good body fat weight. Basically, if they have a good back, that's like a turtle shell back, you know, every time I go off cycle, my back, you know, concaves in. And then when I go on, like as I go on more androgens, I get wider and wider and wider. It's very hard to have a crazy thick, wide back when you're natural. I tried for a long time, never could accomplish it. The minute I started on testosterone, my back got wide as fuck, and I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Same thing with delts and traps. Now, it is possible to get really good delts naturally, in my opinion, but normally the rest of the physique would be completed for them to get those really good delts. My 2 cents, because of the progressive overload required to accumulate that tissue without the synthetic androgens. But if everything else was mediocre and they had the cannonball delts with veins popping out at 235, they definitely aren't natty. The final thing is I wanted to go into is that a natural can only look lean and good, but be sucked in and flat. When you see a guy that's full and lean at the same time, a natural can pull off that look very rarely for, like, in my opinion, a week or two. Then it's either time to lose more tissue and flatten out, or it's time to reverse out of that little lean natty peak. Even the most elite natural physiques that I follow on Instagram, they look great. I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying that they either look sucked in, really lean, insane conditioning, because natural guys, they don't have to compete with the water retention or the mineral retention fluctuations of being on steroids, like how my face is holding mineral water weight because I'm eating a vacation diet while on steroids. They don't have that issue, right? They don't hold minerals like that. That means when they get super shredded, they're super conditioned. That being said, they're not super full. They're super sucked in. They would look quote unquote natty in a t-shirt and they take it off and they look insanely dialed. Now, if you want fullness while being that lean, that's where enhancement comes in. So a natty will always look good on video. That being said, in person, they look super sucked in and their, you know, fullness is lacking. They don't have a very good developed back or Christmas tree, and they can have good delts and traps, but normally the rest of the physique is completely done, completed. They're an elite level natty that's been training for a decade. All their body parts are completed. That's possible. Now, if you see someone with, you know, androgen delts, as they're called, or traps popping up to their neck, and then they have a crazy V taper, wide back, their physique looks kind of unfinished, and they got vascularity everywhere, they have an androgenic jaw going on, or they have like water retention on their face like me, they're most likely using synthetic androgens. And if they tell you you're natural and you're not working as hard as them, you can call them a liar and share them to this video. I will see you guys in my next video.